So 1 day, 8 hours until the next FOMC meeting. Yes guys, we have 1 more days until the Fed finally decides whether to pause the rate hike for the month of June or go for 25 BPS. Because if you look at the target rate probability for tomorrow Fed's meeting, you can see very clearly around 81.5% are expecting a pause in rate hike, whereas 18.5% are expecting 25 BPS. So if the Fed goes for the higher probabilities, pause the rate for this month of June, then we are expecting the market, not just only Bitcoin, the entire crypto market, to show some very nice impulsive movement or so-called a relief rally. Because if you look at this in a daily time frame, in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin has found support around this falling trend line, the lower line area from this falling wedge, what has happened after that? The price has shown a very nice impulsive movement. You can see each and every time we tested the proper support on the lower trend line, we got attracted towards this upper trend line from this falling wedge before continuing our trend here to the downside. So in our case, if we look at this price action, this price here could also be getting attracted towards this upper trend line from this falling wedge before going further trend duration or deciding the trend duration. Because we know doesn't matter if the price in the medium short term shows further impulsive movement, further 3 to 2.5% move, we definitely want the price also to overcome one of the most important resistance line, which we have around 28,000. Only after flipping the 28,000 resistance line, we know the market is actually preparing itself for this new impulsive movement for the upcoming days. Because remaining below 28,000 could still result in some fake out price breaking out of this resistance line, showing some bullish movement, but failing to find support over 28,000 could result in a move like this, a breakout, rejection, and turning that into a complete fake out. Because we know parallelly the price in a 4-hour time frame is also forming this bullish scenario, which is known as descending broadening wedge. And in the past price action, we found out each and every time the price has showed some impulsiveness, what has happened? We got rejection around the upper trend line from the descending broadening wedge. So this is exactly where we could be getting attracted in the medium short term, and we also need this exact resistance to be flip into support. So that's why guys, this falling trend line, this upper trend line from the descending broadening wedge must be flipped into proper support before expecting price of Bitcoin to show another movement around 28,000, right? This price opportunity before deciding the trend duration. So that's why guys, we want the price of Bitcoin to overcome this upper trend line resistance into proper support before expecting a rally towards 28,000. And we know it's not just only this descending broadening wedge. Even if we look at this price formation in a very simple way, using this falling channel or descending channel, the upper line here is acting as a strong line of resistance, lower line is acting as a strong line of support. So in the medium short term, if we do see price of Bitcoin showing another continuation, then just like what I showed you with the previous example, this upper trend line from descending broadening wedge, this upper trend line from falling wedge, and now even the upper trend line from this descending channel could be retested before we decide a trend duration like this. Because I have been very clear guys, only after flipping the 28,000 resistance, we know the market could be favoring the longs for the upcoming days. But if we remain below 28,000 even after some bullishness, this could still result in a fake out. So this is exactly what I want you to keep in mind. Now, another scenario, even if we look at this broadening bottom type of formation, we can see after this downtrend, right? After this downtrend, if the price of Bitcoin is preparing itself for this new impulsive movement, the best case scenario, right? This here is a best case scenario would be price range bounding, right? Around 26,000 and then breaking the resistance around 28,000 and slowly starting this impulsive movement. So this impulsive movement depends more or less how the Fed is going to react tomorrow. So if we do get pause in rate hike and market sentiment turns in favor of bulls, then we know we should be expecting market to show some relief rally, the price of Bitcoin to show some relief rally, which could bring us around 27,000 even up to 28,000 before deciding the actual trend duration. Because if you simply look at this price structure here, the lower trend line, as you can see, is considered as a line of support, right? Here to the upside, this is right now a line of resistance. So we are trapped inside this parallel channel. If I add the CPI indicator, you can see the CPI indicator resistance line, the lower trend line, and this horizontal trend line is also lying somewhere around this 25,500 to the downside and resistance 27,400 to 28,000 here to the upside. So what I want you to understand, or what I'm trying to pinpoint here, is that the market is only considered bullish when we flip the 28,000 resistance into proper support. Otherwise, this move here could be faking out. Even after some range bound, even after some bullish movement towards 28,000, the market after that could still show another pullback where we could be heading towards to form another lower low, because we don't want price to follow this lower highs, lower lows continuation type of scenarios. And now let me show you with a bigger picture. I mean, in a weekly, this horizontal trend line, right, was considered as a line of resistance because that's the neckline from this inverse head and shoulder. That was also the line where we had this buy signal appearing. So if the price holds the 25,500 in the medium short term, and the Fed, as I've said, is going to pause for the upcoming month, then I am actually expecting a slow move like this, and price also for the upcoming days turning bullish. So let's hope the price of Bitcoin in a smaller frame remains above 26,000, even in a bigger frame 26,000, and also breaks out from this key resistance line, which is around 28,000. Because if we do manage to flip 28,000 into proper support, I am actually expecting the price of Bitcoin to continue this trend in this manner. I mean, breaking the 28,000 could result in another bullish continuation where the price could be heading towards to form another higher highs here for the upcoming days. Yes, previous high for now is around 30,000, 31,000, so we could be heading even higher than that. So these are some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you like what you just saw, then please do me a favor and destroy that like button. But for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. And now, before I conclude this video, please do not over leverage yourself and use proper risk management, because we are expecting some incoming volatility. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.